This week on At Your Leisure, Gina and I are taking the girls out for a fun day at Fish Lake as we discover some unusual man-made rock formations and learn about their historical significance.
Then, Steve Heumann is continuing his Maui Jeep Adventures, only this time the folks from Hoaloha are showing him the reverse road to Hana.
And finally, Scott Huntsman is taking us out to a one-of-a-kind, high-rated trail known as Double Sammy as he shows off all the fun at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. It's all headed your way now. At Your Leisure is next. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Kevin Morrison.
I'm Gina Morrison.
And this is Hannah, and Shelby's around here somewhere. She's off exploring. Today on the show, we're going to tell you a unique story, something you've probably never heard of before. I know I never have. Have you ever seen a rock formation like that?
No. Little bitty ones. Remember when we go hiking? They mark trails.
Yeah, and these aren't cairns. These rock formations that are found in the Fish Lake Basin around Fish Lake have a specific story, and it's a unique story. It's really compelling also. As you're traveling around, I know people see these, they don't know what they are. So let's go talk to my good friend Roger Christensen. He's the one that cued me in on this, showed me the pictures, showed me the story, and I thought, man, this is a really compelling story that people need to hear, and he's going to explain it to us.
These are rock monuments that were built by a man named Lorenzo Larsen that was born in a little town just east of Richfield, Utah, called Glenwood. He was born in 1910, grew up on a small farm with a few sheep, cattle, lived with his family, worked the farm as a young man, worked the farm for many years with his dad, and then when Pearl Harbor was bombed, 2 months later he decided to join up with the United States Army. In 1943 he was wounded and he received 2 Purple Hearts. He returned home and followed what he had been doing and started herding sheep. And sheep herders don't have a lot to do. But with his spare time during the day, he took up stacking rocks. And he made hundreds of rock monuments throughout the Fish Lake area down to the west to Cairns, Utah. And these monuments, most of them are still standing today. Lorenzo, as he was out gathering rocks, all this rock is volcanic rock, and he stacked it. And volcanic rock comes in big, little, different sizes. He balanced them. The thing that's neat about these rocks is they're balanced. And as you can see on some of them, they're arched across. And he's balanced them, and he's chinked rocks under some of the other rocks so they'll stay balanced, so he can put rocks on top and they won't tip. And I think he did it just so he wouldn't be bored and not have anything to do. Out here, you don't see any women running around. He never married. He doesn't have any kids. And this, all he had was his dog and his horse.
Well, can you believe a sheep herder did this?
Well, I mean, no wife, no kids. Imagine what I could do all day.
All the time in the world. When you really have all day to do nothing, might as well stack rocks.
I guess. You don't have to clean house.
You know, the really neat thing is that is part of the history of this area. His family goes way back here, and here he ran sheep up on this hill. And you know what? This is a legacy. This is something that'll live on for years and years and years and years to come. So when you come and visit this, now we've given you something to maybe come out here and find something new, grab some binoculars, come out and find it on your own. We're on the way to Fish Lake. It's not hard to find, but you have to know where to look. And well, we're going to go up here and we're going to check these things out. You want to go see them a little closer, girls?
Yeah. We got to take pictures.
Right. Well, we got to take some pictures. We're going to send you guys off to this week's Where To.
Hey everybody, Steve Heumann here. I am back on the island of Maui, and this is the King's Trail behind me. This was the original route around the entire island. It was built in the 1500s. And today I'm going to take you on the modern version of this trail. And I'm going to introduce you to Scotty Joe. He's a tour guide here on the island, and I've been on tours all over the world, but this is the first time I've ever met a pure tour artist. What does that mean? Let's find out together as we hit the road.
Water is life, as they say, and light is sight. And that's what we're going to be playing with all day long while we dance around the island with the sun. And you put those two combinations together, and you've got just the absolute best visual experience. And of course, that visual experience relates to your heart's breath. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience.
For 30 years, Scotty Joe has lived on the Hawaiian Islands, accepting what the locals have given him in their stories and open hearts. Now, Scotty Joe gives all of it back to visitors as he takes them on tours across Maui through Hoaloha Jeep Adventures, with a rhythm only a true artist can offer.
Yeah, I specialize in what I like to describe as a reverse road to Hana tour. We still go the whole 360 degrees, but we do it in a counterclockwise fashion. What happens with that is the lighting is just perfect all day long. Everything to the left of us will be backlit. Everything to the right of us will be front lit. So you're going to have a great contrast.
Now, you may think you know what Maui looks like because you've seen pictures in magazines or whatever, but trust me when I tell you that you really haven't seen Maui. Part of that is because this south side on the road to Hana isn't a green, lush jungle like you'd expect. The rains fall primarily on the more northeastern side, so a completely different ecosystem greets your eyes here.
The views are spectacular. The road is beautiful. The way I like to drive it is like a musical instrument. The road's going to be what it is. That's the piece that's laid out. And my narrative, how I bring everything together with the beauty that surrounds us, the stories I share, particularly with respect to Aloha.
From bare volcanic lava flows, we move into rainforests filled with waterfalls and hiking trails. We delve off-road to find hidden spots where the waves smash on the shore with a fury rarely witnessed. As the day progresses, it becomes easier to understand the island, its people, and why peace seems to permeate every switchback and narrow bridge along the way. Here on the road to Hana and all of Maui, you find a true opportunity to share breath and become one with the artistry of nature.
It's just beautiful. You don't have to travel too far. You can get around the entire island in a day if you really drive it rather quickly, but it's best to do one side and then the other on two separate occasions. And you just see extraordinary changes in the land, in the sky, in the valleys, in the sea. It's just absolutely fabulous. Something you don't want to ever miss out in this lifetime.
The trip today, the reverse road to Hana, has been absolutely amazing, very, very eye-opening and very special. I'd like to thank Hoaloha Jeep Adventures for taking me and for Scotty Joe for being such an amazing artist of the road. Well, for At Your Leisure, I'm Stephen Heumann.
My daughter and I had just finished a run at this place called Eagle Point. It's this really cool but kind of challenging ski resort that has a real family feel to it. She was so excited because she beat me down the run. Deja vu. I saw myself as a kid out skiing my mom. It was a big moment for me. And all of a sudden it hit me. I was making the same memories for her.
Hey honey, have you seen this tire? Do you think we'll make it?
Not on that thing.
Don't let bad tires ruin your trip. With service stations at every location along I-15, we can get you back on the road with fast, friendly, professional service. Eagles Landing has everything you need along the way. Even the things you didn't know you'd need. Get ready for the road at Eagles Landing.
Reason number 17, to spend the night in Duchesne County. One of the best values for family fun in the state is at Reed Ranch, an all-inclusive family resort tucked away in the Tabby Mountains. Horseback riding, mountain bikes, archery, watercraft, even meals. It's all included in one low price. Discover all of the other reasons to spend the night in Duchesne County at uintabasin.org.
Make Marysvale your hub for adventure. Nestled in the Tusher Mountains with direct access to the Bayou Trail. Explore history from Miners Park to Butch Cassidy's cabin, while blazing trails from mountain peaks to the shores of Otter Creek.
This week's What's New segment is brought to you by Tunex. Your off-road vehicle may be your daily driver as well. We take care of it, so it takes care of you.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. It's product review time. It's What's New, and what's new today is the Can-Am Defender Pro. The Pro Series is the long wheelbase, 6-foot long bed. Let's start up here at the front with the suspension. Notice that it's kind of got an inverted curve on it, which allows more clearance through a broader width of the vehicle. So if you got rocks coming over, they will clear here where otherwise they would catch if it were a straight A-arm. It also has an adjustable loaded shock system on it. Right next door, it comes with a brush guard and a winch, which is installed factory. It's got nice buttons on the dash. It's easy to operate. It also has armor plating on the bottom, and if you'll take a look at it, it is pretty much the entire bottom, so that if you do need to rub your belly on something, you've got a great protection. Okay, let's take a look at the payload end of this machine. Now, this is where the difference comes in between the Defender Pro and the Defender 6x6. The Defender Pro is a 4-wheel drive. The Defender 6x6 does exactly what it says. Moves the gas tank up here, and then it puts a second, or a third axle rather, giving you true 6x6 power. Now, the trade-off, what you get on the Defender is this storage bucket that goes all the way through high to the other side. So it gives you a lot of options, keeps the tools free, dust-free, out of the environment. So now let's take a look back here on the back end. Okay, notice it's got really heavy-duty latches on this bed. Has a 1,700-pound cargo capacity on it. So what I'm going to do right here, though, because I want to show you this neat feature, is you can remove this clip out and set it aside, and then you unscrew this set of screws down the side, and you can literally take this side off and give you a flatbed, which is great. So let's head to the cab. I have a lot of stuff to show you up there as well. So this is Power Everything, and that's the thing that makes this limited edition so special. You have power windows, you have a full climate control, not just air conditioning, I'm saying a full climate control. Now, here's the payload part, and I think this is absolutely cool beans. Look back here. The dump bed on the limited edition model is fully powered. The tilting bed on the Defender series gives you remarkably easy access to the engine. So it's easy to check your fluid levels, it's easy to get access to your belts. Airbox, piece of cake to change the air filter. You can check your antifreeze level right here, piece of cake. Windshield washer solvent, piece of cake. Just all fills up very, very easy. Okay, it's time for a test drive, and I got a little bonus for you. Isn't that cool? I mean, look at how easy it is to open up your space. Here's the bonus. We managed to get our hands on a 6x6. And so we are going to actually test drive the 6-wheel drive unit. We'll catch you up on the mountain. As you can see, that 6x6 will climb just about anything. These things have a ton of horsepower. They've got incredible torque. Number 2, they have a long wheelbase, which makes them very smooth. Number 3, they come equipped with just about every creature comfort that you would want. So you can spend an entire day in this machine and not get worn out at all. On the con side, it's that while they've got 13 inches of clearance, which isn't bad, when you take it out to 115-inch wheelbase, it means they are prone to high center a little bit, even more so with the 4-wheel than the 6-wheel. Okay, and it also makes them steer just a little bit wide. They understeer a little bit. But if you're looking for a work machine, man, I think this is the best out there. The only place I know to get one, Weller Recreation in Cairns. Time for me to get a little dirt on this one. We'll be back with more At Your Leisure in just a minute.
Isn't it time to slow down? To enjoy the view, to get some space, and to social distance. There's no better place to be than on the trails. Visit TualaCountyTrails.com for your next adventure.
No one comes close to KX in winning. Only KX has more Supercross and Motocross race wins. And only KX has more championships than any other manufacturer.
4 straight overall wins.
The numbers don't lie. Introducing the new Kawasaki KX450 and all-new KX250 motorcycles. The bike that builds champions.
Coming down into the little valley and stuff, you can look over the whole thing. For me, I can just feel the stress just kind of melt away. There's so many trails to go up on and explore. The desert, and then you've got the lake, you got the mountains. It's just a little bit of everything. It's a little piece of paradise out here. Pretty much anybody that I've brought up here, they will ask, can we come back?
At Stedman's Recreation, trucks are arriving daily with back-ordered side-by-sides, ATVs, and dirt bikes. Let Stedman's Recreation help get you outside so you can explore and create memories to last a lifetime. Call or stop by Stedman's to hold your side-by-side, ATV, or dirt bike with a small deposit. Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta. Plus, Stedman's has a full service department and Honda power equipment.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're up here and you can see that this
used to be something big.
Big. These are big rocks and somebody has destroyed this.
Sometime. We don't know if it fell over on its own
or
somebody pushed it over, but that is a real risk when you have really treasures like this that just kind of pop up over time. And you find them, there are some people that come out here and they think that maybe a kid threw these together last week and they're just going to push down their fort. But they really have a lot of significant meaning, a lot of significant history, and it's important we tell that.
There's a lot of time and effort put into these sculptures. I call them sculptures because I can't imagine spending this much time on just rocks.
You know, we jumped on the four-wheelers and we came up here. It's always windy at Fish Lake.
I didn't know that,
that's why I cut my hair short. But the weather's almost always good enough that you can get on a four-wheeler right up here. And we've spent maybe, hour and a half walking around, seeing the sights, seeing the old cans, what I call modern archaeology.
Modern archaeology?
He did this, from 1940s to the early 1980s, like Roger said.
He likes orange juice, we found out.
A lot of orange juice cans.
A lot of orange juice
60,
cans.
70 years ago. But really cool stuff up here. So let's go talk a little bit about the effort that is underway to preserve this.
I have a passion with this. I live up here. We come up, we hunt, we fish, we camp, and over the years, we've seen a lot of these rock monuments, and I hate to see them get tore down or knocked down. People say that they don't want people driving out to them, making roads to them, and these that we've been to today, there's roads right to them. You can drive here, see them, and look at them. But what I'd like to see is something as a historical site for the state. This is history. It's something that nobody else has done in the state to this magnitude. The guy that did this is one person, and a lot of work went into this. And I think it's something that needs to be preserved as history for the state of Utah. And I think that it needs to be either fenced or something so people can come in and look at it and not go in and destroy it. I know the weather plays a part of it, falling down in the wind, but there has been some that has been knocked down by people, and I think these need to be restored and protected. I thought it'd be nice for him to come in, like I said, and fence it, but put a kiosk in and have his history in the kiosk under plastic so people could come in, see it, and know about this man and know that he had a passion for this, probably about like I have a passion to preserve it. And I think that something like that needs to be done. It'd be nice to have an area for people that they could come and park and read up on some of the other places that these are.
So Roger's right, we definitely need to preserve the history that we have out here and all these unique little things that we have that are special to this area.
You know, over the last couple of decades, I've seen those rock formations. I had no clue what they were. I didn't know there was any significance. So, I mean, behind me is high top, and apparently they're all over there. There's hundreds of these things. So if you're a rock hound or if you're somebody that likes adventure, come out and find them. Look what's behind us though, Pando. Fish Lake needs no explanation, needs no introduction, but I hear the fish are running. I hear the kokanee are running.
I didn't know their names, but I hear it's fun to watch. So I'm excited to go see something new.
So while we go do that, we're gonna send you guys off to this week's Along the Way, sponsored by Rocky Mountain ATV.
Hey, I'm Scott Huntsman with TuneX. Now, I'm down here having some fun with some friends at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. And we're lined up this morning. We're gonna do a trail called Double Sammy. There's a couple of really great obstacles that I'm really excited to do with this. So I brought Ruby Red. We've got it tuned up, fueled up, ready. Let's go take on this thing, have some fun.
I've been coming to the Winter 4x4 Jamboree for about 5 years now, and I always look forward to doing new trails. This year's no different, and the trail I crawled on today proved to be an old favorite for others and a new favorite for me.
Well, today we ran Double Sammy. It's a 7 rated trail. This is towards the upper end of difficult. They call it a very difficult. I love Double Sammy. It's my favorite trail at Sand Hollow. I've been leading it for 5 years, and the reason I like it is continuous. You cannot relax on it. When you're on one obstacle, you better be thinking about the next one in front so you're lined up on it. Because if you goof around back here, you're not going to be able to do what's in front of you.
These trails are thrilling, but the Jamboree is more than just the excitement of riding over the slick rock. One of the best parts is getting to know some of the great folks and enjoying the ride with friends and family.
I mean, I like trying the hard stuff, new stuff, but really it's about just getting together with fun people and with your family, and you meet like-minded people that like doing the same thing, so there's always a camaraderie there that's fun to be around.
Oh, one of my favorites is my granddaughter. She turned 10 yesterday. She loves going in the Jeep with Grandpa, and when you do a really good obstacle, she'll scream and say, "Let's do it again."
My daughter and my son are here. This is our first time, so the first couple of trails, but we like being together, and I think they're having a good time.
Of course, the Jamboree wouldn't be complete if you didn't check out all the awesome modified rigs and see what they could do out on the trail.
So the Scout 69, well, there's very little original, but it is registered as a 69. So this one I've been fine-tuning over the years, so it really works well now. It didn't always, but yeah, we had to represent, you know, amongst all these Jeeps. Got to show a little pride here.
As you can see, the Jamboree is for everyone. Whether you're a Jeeper or you're driving a Scout, experienced or new to rock crawling.
When we're doing a difficult trail like this, first-timers can be easily intimidated, but all I do tell them is, look, I'll get you through this. If you listen, you have the equipment to do it, you have the courage to do it, it'll be worth it at the end of the day when you do it.
All right, here we are. Been waiting all day for this. We're at the chute, the last biggest obstacle on this trail, and I'm really excited to do it. It looks kind of sketchy, so hey, here we go. Wish me luck. Far out. Wow. Hey, that was awesome. You know, that's been a bucket list item for me. Now, hey, I want to do this again, but in the meantime, you want to come down here sometime, come check it out somewhere along the way in Hurricane, Utah for At Your Leisure. I'm Scott Huntsman.
Yes, the great outdoors is wide open, so why not make the most of it? Expand your family's freedom with the off-road's best.
like the only built-in GPS that doesn't require a cell connection. And group tracking that lets you spread out and stay together. Upgrade your ride for as little as $5 a day. Polaris. Think outside.
Sick of staying home? Getting outside and exploring great open spaces is now more important than ever. Spend your summer exploring Tooele Valley, where there is so much so close. Plan your escape now at TooeleValley.org.
The Old West is still alive in Juab County. Stories of the past are hidden in the desert mountains. From relics of mining history to places of outlaw mystery, tall tales to be discovered, and buried treasure to be uncovered. Juab, the key county of Utah.
Well, welcome back to At Your Leisure. As you can see, we've made it down into the Fish Lake Basin, where there are two very cool things happening that you really only can see for maybe just a few days a year. That's the kokanee spawn.
I can't even say that word.
Kokanee.
The
salmon are running. And the aspen heart, which, you know, I can see it up on the hill. It's not as pronounced as in years past, might be the drought, but it's absolutely gorgeous here.
Listen, this is the perfect time of year to come to Fish Lake. I grew up in this area, and this is the time when the summer visitors are gone and the locals come and enjoy the weather, the fish, and the scenery. The leaves turning here, beautiful. Perfect
Just we
time
go
to come.
count fish. We're gonna go count fish, and we're gonna send you guys off to check out this week's sticker winner.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on Facebook by Dave Hall. Congratulations, Dave. It looks like you're the lucky winner of a Mountain Series stove from Camp Chef.
Camp Chef offers the best way to get your cooking done in the outdoors. Visit campchef.com for more details.
Be sure to call us on Monday at 801-947-8888 to claim your prize. Now let's take a look at our Trail of the Week.
This week's Trail of the Week is the Hook and Ladder Trails, which are located in San Juan County, just 30 miles south of Moab.
To get more information on this trail or any of the trails that have been completed on the Trail 360 project, visit outsiders.zone.
Now let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Rhea and Tanya Huntsman are taking us on a one-of-a-kind women's Jeep ride as they join the Wenches with Winches at 5 Mile Pass.
Then, Reese Stein is headed back to the Great Salt Lake as he discovers some unusual and unique rock formations that are drawing quite a crowd.
Finally, we're joining a family ski trip to Eagle Point Resort as we get a behind-the-scenes look at how a brave young man turned his personal tragedy into triumph on the slopes.
Well, this entire lake is surrounded with color. The aspen heart showing, the fish are running, and it just proves it doesn't matter where you go in Utah, there's adventure around every bend.
You just have to get out there and create it yourself
at your leisure.